Hey guys, it's Taylor, and for this week's video I had planned something else. I was going to set up my Christmas tree, but then I realized that all the ornaments are in the attic, and my dad's out of town, so he can't grab them, and I'm not going in the attic. So next week, you guys will be able to see me setting up my Christmas tree in my room. It's down here. Oh gosh, this is loud. Look at this beauty. It's not that heavy. It's slightly heavy. And so far, the only ornament I have for this tree is this T ornament that lights up because it needs to have a T on it because my name is Taylor, if you didn't already know that or get that. So recently I have been pretty sick, but I still had to go to school this week, but now it's the weekend, so I can recover from being terribly sick. So because I'm not setting up my Christmas tree, I decided to tell another fun story that happened this week. So I am in the orchestra, I play the cello, and because it was very cold outside this week, my lip started to crack. And so I don't know whether or not I hit my lip or if it just got too bad of cracking, but it started to bleed. So one of the helpers, one of the high schoolers who helps out in the orchestra, noticed that my lip was bleeding. So he went and he got a tissue for, so that I wouldn't bleed a lot down my face. And because you do that when you're bleeding, you gotta clean up the blood. So he's like, okay, I got a great idea, because apparently my bleeding lip gave him an idea. He's like, okay, I'm going to pretend that you're out of time, and then I'm going to punch you. And then it's going to be like you bled, but instead I'm going to punch your stand partner's hand. Anyway, so we were orchestrating this plan, pun intended, for him to punch me, and then for me to fall, and then to get mad at him because my lip is bleeding, and to fool everybody else in the orchestra while we're playing. So the song that our orchestra was going to play was this really crazy song that sometimes that we would never seem to get right. And it was really weird because it's either we never played in time, we never played together, it was just a mixture of different things. While we were playing, we actually finally got to playing really well. And sadly, this was the point where he was going to punch me, which was terrible because it sounded so beautiful, and then we're just gonna ruin it. As we're playing the song, the helper decides to keep criticizing me and to get mad at me because I'm not playing in time. So the violas were in on this plan, and so were most of the cellos, which really helped because the violins who were across from us, they didn't know that he was punching my hand, and it would be really difficult to see if they were focused on the music. So all they would hear would be a smack, me falling to the ground and screaming, and getting mad at him. So it was perfectly planned out, which is really weird because we only planned it in the span of 20 minutes during the practice. And so as we're going, he's just saying things like, are you even watching the conductor? Play in tune, you're going too fast, you're going too slow, actually play in time. Wow, it's like you never played this. And the measure, which was I think around measure 70, where he was going to punch me, it gets to that part. And so I'm shaking because I'm so nervous that I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know how this is gonna go. It gets to about measure 70 when I start worrying about my cello. I'm like, if I fall over, where's my cello gonna go? What's gonna happen to my cello? Is my cello gonna break? Is it gonna be out of tune? Is the bridge gonna snap up? What's gonna happen? So then I start freaking. I'm like, what's gonna happen? Which did not help for the fact that I was already shaking. I got to the part where he would punch me. And so he's going, you're out of time. So I fall over. I think the stand partner sets down my cello by the stand, or I drop it and it slides down next to the stand, which was amazing. I am so astonished that it actually didn't break. So I fall on the ground. The helper's like, oh my gosh, Taylor, are you okay? I'm so sorry. And then I go, I'm freaking bleeding. And then I grab the tissue next to me that has blood on it. I put it to my lips, and then I'm pretty much with the tissue. There's this big patch of blood from the lip that was in this one area. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. So then I put it to my lip. I'm like, I'm bleeding. The orchestra teacher, she sprints over. She's like, are you okay? Oh my gosh, what happened? And then the helper just runs to the back and he's laughing. And then I start laughing. But I think the weirdest part of this was that the other violins, they kept playing. They didn't notice until after I started saying I'm bleeding. And then they stopped because I think the conductor knew that something was going to happen, so that when it happened, she was like, oh, that's what it was. Whatever, keep playing. So I think that might have been the reason, or it just might have been that like they didn't hear us, like they didn't care. I know some of them stopped, but some of them kept playing, and it was like, what? And that's what happened. Yeah. So yeah, that was the time I got punched in orchestra. So if you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a big thumbs up, make sure to comment down below what you thought of it, and make sure to subscribe for more cool videos that I upload weekly. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.